Okay, hey guys, it's me, Doc Boy. Welcome back. So recently, probably because you're watching this, I have made a big update to my credit card plugin. The new update is pretty much where players who take loans, they get points. Just like if you had a Capital One, etc. credit card, you get points for spending that money and taking a loan, in other words. So what the new update is where is in essentially is players take out a loan, they get a certain amount of points per like $1,000 or so, or as you want to configure it, and then based off of that, they get those points and they can spend it on rewards. Now with the rewards, I'll just quickly go over. They are based off of commands. So in the YML file, you could configure the commands to your liking. So if you want to give diamonds, you just put the give command, etc. So let's begin. Alright guys, now I'm going to show you what /credit card rewards will do for you. Once we click that, as you just saw before, uh, right here you'll get a list of the rewards that you have put in through the YML file. First, it's going to tell you how much you have currently, points-wise. I have 0. And then it tells you what you could get. So you could get mod, or you could get gold for specific prices. And then it also gives you a little description. Now, let's take out a loan. Credit card. Loan. Our name. Let's say we need 100,000 because that's going to give us our maximum per day. I'll just show you that in a second, and then our name, our PIN 4894. There you go. We got our new 10,000 points. Now, even though our as I have configured the YML file and the config file, I could have $1 million in loans, but to stop people from giving up, as in returning the loan that they took and then retaking it and abusing the system and getting more and more points, there's a maximum daily limit that resets every 24 hours. You could also configure that maximum per day in the config file, as I will show you later. So there, as you see here, it says your total is the same. You reached the max of 1,000 points. So there you go. So if we now go to rewards, now we see that we have 1,000 points to use to whatever we want to spend it on. Okay, so let's say we want rewards. Let's say we want to buy mod. So we buy mod or type mod. By the way, this is case sensitive, so you must type it accordingly. So mod, and then our number, so which is 4894, our PIN. And notice that it says we have been moved to the mod group, and we have received mod for 100 points, and our new balance is that. Now we could do the same thing with the gold. So let's tab up GOLD, and there you go. If we look in our inventory, we have received 10 golden blocks right here, and there we go. So now I'm going to show you the YML configuration. In other words, behind everything, the rewards, etc., and the new information. So pretty much when you first start off, this is what you'll have, just the word rewards and that. So what you could do is create subsections such as rank 1 or reward 1, reward 2, whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is, sorry for the phone, is the name. So you can name this, let's say you have a rank that's called alpha. You can name it alpha. You could set the amount of credits that it costs, and then the command. So for me, for example, I use essentials. So I have menu add. Now I have to, if you want a player name, the username, you must have the %, player, %, and that's how you would have the player's quote unquote name for the command to run, and then the rank that I wanted. For you might be alpha. For just demonstration purposes, I used moderator. Now you could create another one, same thing, gold, cost, is the same exact thing, and you could add a description. Now with the names, they could be only single. They had to be compact. In other words, no spaces. So you could use underspace, mod, blah blah blah, underscore, blah blah blah. But obviously that doesn't look as great. So you might want to say gold, and then give a description, or something of that sort. In the config file, we see three new configurations. One is points received, points per, and max points. Max points is pretty much the maximum you could obtain in a day. So you could get up to 1,000 points per 24 hours, or 30,000 per 24 hours. It's up to you as you want to configure. Points received is how much you want to receive per this. So for every 10,000 dollars or coins or whatever your currency is, a user loans out to themselves via the credit card, they receive 10 points for them to spend on anything they want, etc. So we could change this to per 100 we get exactly 100 points for us to use on any of those rewards that I showed before, or that you will soon add yourself. Last but not least, we have two new ones here. Mainly you'll be focusing on this for the max points today. You really wouldn't need to change anything of that. That's just for programming purposes, just to for me to work with. It's easier for me to handle data with this. So pretty much, in other words, you're not going to be touching this, as it really doesn't do anything for the player. Here, this is what it changes. It's gonna you could add extra points or retract extra points, etc.